It's our first time getting to chat with you. First of all, why'd you end up coming to USC?
I think this was just the best opportunity for me as far as our exposure. Just getting the opportunity to get more reps and give myself an opportunity to chase my dreams and make it to the next level.
Where does the coaching staff, see your role? Like when they're recruiting you, where do they envision you fitting in on the defense?
I think that's a question for Coach Riley, but I think that what was presented was very, very pleasing to me.
I know you played a lot in the slot at Florida State. Is that somewhere you could see yourself playing here as well?
I think that's a question for Coach Riley again. But
done a good job with the training, man.
Yes, sir. I think that's a question for Coach Riley. Yes, sir.
Who's taken you under their wing? And I know you're an older guy, but who's helped you adjust to life at USC?
Yeah, a lot of guys. Miller, Jalen Smith has been doing a good job. I didn't got close with a lot of people. Kobe Covington, Prophet, D. Nick. Guys like that, just their work ethic, their mindset, just the way they come in and pay attention to the details and work hard. That's kind of had me connect more to them.
You had a really solid year last year with Florida State, obviously undefeated. What was it Danton Lynn? What made USC stand out to you? That you think this defense here and this staff and this situation is going to position you the best for the next year?
Yeah, as far as football, I think what stood out with USC is I know that I had certain boxes to be checked off. This is my third scheme, but when it comes to the schematics and things like that, I feel like this was a good fit as far as other schools that was talking to me in the portal. And after that, I just didn't want to see what anyone else had to offer.
Greedy Vance, seeing the defensive changes that USC has made, what kind of interest in that sparked for you?
Yeah, obviously knowing Coach Lynn's background with the NFL, his dad, getting new coach and how he's intern and things like that really stood out to me. Knowing that he was very smart and how he turned around UCLA defense last year. Coach Belk, obviously a good coach, was a defensive coordinator at USC, recruiting me at high school. So we have a deeper connection going back. So, those things played a huge role in me.
There's obviously a ton of bodies. A lot of guys with experience, a lot of young guys, with promise, and seeing that, what still made you want to go to USC, knowing that, there might be competition here, there might be guys that, want to fight for the title.
Yeah, when you at the schools like this, at the USCs, the Florida States, there's going to always be competition, so you got to take that part out of it. You got to just think about the guys you're going to be playing with, how can they help you, how can you help them, what they bring to the table, what do you bring to the table, and do a compliment. And I think that was the thing that stood out to me, knowing that this group was very special, knowing that this team was 35 last year, and they was a couple of slots in the defensive way, they got a new staff, they're confident in what they want to do, what they've been asked to do. So I felt like being a part of this would be special. Going into the gym would be very special.
Do you think when you look at this roster, the secondary, do you think you guys just consider yourselves a strong point in this team? When you look at the depth, the experience again, is there some pride in that? What are you doing? Confidence heading into this year?
Coach Buck always tells us this far is going to go as far as going out, working in styles, working in communication, building relationships, workouts, spending time on the weekend. I think that'll be a big thing for us going into the season.
What have been just your impressions of life at USC so far?
It's been different, being from down south, just being out to get out more. It's more scenic out here. There's a lot more things to do. Obviously, LA could be a bit much, but the way I was raised and stuff, I try to stay away from a lot of the outside life. It's been good.
In my head, the secondary, I think, is going to be the strength of the defense. Danton Lynn's background, just some of the guys who they included some of the returners. What does it mean to you to be part of such a really, really talented group?
Yeah, it means a lot, especially having a point to prove this year with, all the success that they had last year and success that they want to continue to build on. Obviously, they have question marks about the defense and how things are did, but, we'll answer all those questions, and we don't worry about outside expectations. We continue to come in and be process-oriented and work on details, work on learning the scheme, watch the film together, building relationships, and continue to just build day by day.
Can you take me through when you visited USC, just what you did, who you talked to, that ultimately led to your
Obviously, we're going to talk to everyone. We're going to meet with everyone. And it was just a good feeling when I came here. I came here and just being around the coaches, being around the players, seeing how they connect with each other was just a thing that stood out to me, and that just made me feel like this is what I need to do.
You're new, so you might not have too much perspective on this, but this team this year seems a lot closer than it was last year. How are you fitting in so far? Just what have you seen from this group from like a cohesion standpoint?
Yeah, I've been here maybe a little bit longer than a month, and since I got here, I've been asking a lot of questions. What was the difference between week 1 through 12 or 11 and then the bowl game? A lot of guys talk about how much time they spent together leading up to the bowl game and the vibe that they call it. They just build a lot of momentum in spring ball and how they just trying to, protect that, keep that energy going, keep building, keep stacking days. And, as I see it, I think it's a good thing. It's giving me confidence coming into a situation that I didn't really know about. Just really choosing off, other X factors, but actually being here with my teammates, them building every day in front of me, seeing their relationships in front of me, is giving me the confidence to believe in everything.
What are your personal goals for the fall camp?
Personal goals is just be able to continue to build relationships, so when it's time to hold people accountable, they listen, because I think that's a hard thing to do, is to hold people accountable and you don't have a relationship with them. So just continue to hold people accountable, build good relationships, obviously be successful, learn how to communicate, continue to learn the scheme, and be together as a unit.
What do you feel like you need to do for fall camp to put a role in the field?
I think I just need to be me. I think I need to just pay attention to details, always have an edge, always separate myself from someone by little things, and continue to just be a sponge, learn from the people that already been here, learn from the coaches that just continue to just, stack days on top of each other.
I know you were on the other side of the country, but what did UCLA last season really turn them around? Did you get a chance to watch that much before you? Just what were your impressions on what David Lynn did last season?
Yeah, I heard about it, and I watched some of it once I got here. And I mean, you don't really know what you're looking at because you don't know what's being actually done. But when you look at what the situation you're in now, you can see why. You know what I mean? Like, I could look at UCLA, but I don't know what they're doing, so therefore I can't say, I can't be confident in what happened, but I know that I'm here, and Dan Lynn is here now with me, and I know that I'm confident when I'm being asked to do what's defense.
Have you watched film with him? I know you're not on the field with him yet, but what the month of winter, what have you done with David? Workouts and just talk to us.
Yeah, I've just been picking his brain. Obviously, he's really smart. He's very, I just say he's very smart. He's very competitive and in the most calmest way I've ever seen him. Obviously, he's from the league, so he knows a lot of things. Been out in a lot of great coaches. So I think that's just an advantage for us.
How did USC become the school that you ended up at? What was that recruiting process like? You spoke to.
I think that's a question for Coach Riley.
Why? So what was it about Dan Lynn's scheme or the defense or whatever that drew you to USC?
So this is my third scheme that I've been in, and I think this scheme was more better for me as far as fitting in, being able to display my abilities and things like that.
Can you break down those abilities? What do you do well? What do you feel confident in on the field?
I don't think I can.
How's it been just kind of fitting in with the team and the defense backs?
Yeah, it's been great. I've been building relationships day one. Even when I came here on a visit, the guys loved me. They was expecting me, and they embraced me. They wanted me here. They was asking about me before I got up here. So I think that took you know, a huge toll on me knowing that I would be accepted day one that I come here. I didn't have to deal with any animosity, any secret hatred. You know, all the guys brought me in with open arms and they accepted me. So that's a huge thing.
Did you? I mean, I know like we hear different things than the players here, just in terms of how much you pay attention to media. But did it get to you like what the USC defense, the numbers that they put up the last couple of years, the struggles that
I heard about it, but you know those things don't really like matter to me because at that point I wasn't here. Same thing when I was in the Porter the first time with Florida State. You know when they started off 1-4, I wasn't there. I can't control the process that they had when they was there. But I like the fact that in both situations it was an underdog situation. Big expectation. A lot of people wanted to see what was going to come next, and it was successful. And it's going to be the same thing here because they got people like Coach Lane, Coach Henry, Coach Riley. They got players like, I mean, everyone. You know what I'm trying to say, but like we have elite group.
Is there a specific guy or a couple guys that kind of took you under the wing and hey, this is how we do things? That this is kind of your start with the playbook, all that.
Yeah. As far as I'll go offensive defense. Offensively, Kyrie, Miller, Jacoby Lane. Jonah, defensive side, Kamari, Kelly, Jalen Smith, Jacoby Covington, D-Nick, you know, those guys do a great job of just explaining to me how things go around here, what coaches actions, schematics, things like that, schedule, all those things. Yeah, it's been great. Very patient, very understanding, knows how to coach everyone, reach everyone in a different way. And a good teacher, just like everybody else on staff, very good teacher. Makes it easy for you to understand. Don't put too much pressure on things like that. That just helps build confidence.
Can you share much about his pitch to you and why he wanted you?
No, sir, I couldn't.
It seems like communication is such a big thing for Coach Lane. There's so many guys back there that haven't played together and that were at different schools last year. How do you, I guess, fast track that? How do you make sure that that's working well throughout fall?
Well, last time you have to do more. And I think they already had a head start in spring ball, which they say they had a pretty successful spring ball. But this summer been off the charts as far as building relationships, as far as watching film together, as far as trying to learn the scheme, helping young guys, still older guys trying to learn which they actually do. I think we've been doing a great job of that. And we just build it.
I know you've obviously played with a bunch of good players before. Were there a guy or a couple guys where you showed up here that just kind of stood out to you and how they went about things?
Jacoby Lane, Zachariah Branch, obviously Miller. You know he's a quarterback, so I'm watching Jonah, Easton, Bear, Kamari, Kelly, guys like that, you know, just watching them when I came up, walkthroughs and stuff like that, like, those are guys who want to win, those are guys who want the best for their teammates, those are guys who going to work hard every day, those are guys who is committed to the team, and they want what's best, and they'll do whatever to win.
When did you know you wanted? I'm not trying to put you on the spot.
Yeah, it was probably after bowl game, I would say, somewhere around bowl time.
Did you give any thought to entering the draft? Did you have any conversations?
No, sir, I did not. No, sir.
When you were at Florida State, obviously NFL is where you want to get to. Where did that step kind of see your best position in the NFL? Or have you had any NFL talks about where you think you would fit best?
Wait, ask that question again.
Have you had any discussions with Florida State or here where the coaches who you work with think that you fit in best at the next level?
Yeah, at Florida State, I had a couple conversations with my DC about making it to the league, and he was just telling me things that I need to work on, and strengths and weaknesses, and he wants to help push me to that. You know, there's a lot of guys that they sent off obviously last year, and he wanted to be part of the journey with me to continue to build and push me and see me go to the next level. But yeah,
that's definitely something I've never thought about.
I don't forget if you were asked, what do you feel like as a defensive back?
weight distribution, balance, understanding the game, just knowing football. Then, going into my 5th year, I'm smarter, I'm faster, I'm bigger, I'm more experienced, I'm more confident. And just things like that just give me an edge over some players. Obviously, they have other players like that, bigger, faster, stronger, things like that, but it comes down to like small things. So I think the way my intent on getting better, the details I pay attention to, just gives me a little bit more over people I compete with.
You answered it there for the most part, but just as a follow-up, you're a newer guy. What are USC fans getting?
Yeah, passionate, love of the game, love teammates, love the community, love the kids, love meeting parents, stuff like that. Family guy, kind of have an alter ego game day, but for the most part, cool guy, easy to approach, things like that.
And this is your last year of eligibility. So what's that like when you have one left and you really want to put your best foot forward and you have these NFL aspirations? Do you feel excitement, I'm sure, pressure? Just what are your emotions heading into this season? There's really a lot of life for you personally.
Yeah, it's a lot on the line every year, especially for me being the position that I'm in. You know, I never, like, this will be my first year really, like, feeling good about it. You know, like, I've always felt good, but I feel good about this year. It's just different. I mean, I try to just go day by day. I approach everything the same. I always work hard. I always do little things. There's nothing different. That's all that I'm doing different. But I'm just trying to emphasize the little things more and be more detailed.
I'm sure you've answered all these questions, but just the transfer process, what kind of prompted you to enter the portal, and what was that experience like going through it?
It was obviously nice going back in the portal, having all these schools reach out to you, things like that. It was just like a validation of like you could be appreciated at this spot, we can use you, but it was very fun, yes sir.
How did you kind of narrow it down to the schools you wanted to focus on?
I didn't want to be in the portal for a long time. I didn't want to go visit a lot of schools. I didn't want to waste a lot of people's time because I kind of knew what I wanted. And I think that just stood out. Like, it was here, Kentucky. I mean, that was really it. Probably Bama, but, you know, out of here in Kentucky, that was it.
What were you looking for?
The fit. I think the fit matters most, the trust matters most, how valuable matters most, the relationships with the people matters most, and I think that stood out to me.
How did USC get on the radar in the first place with you?
I can't discuss that. Some of that should be
What ultimately made the right fit, made USC the right fit for you?
Just so boxes that needs to be checked off, that display certain abilities that haven't probably been displayed as much in other schemes at other schools is what made the final decision.
Was there a moment on your visit here that you just knew it was going to be the place?
Yes, sir. When I stepped on campus.
Yeah?
Yeah. Yes, sir.
What about the coaching staff really connected with you?
Yeah, like it was like I already been the way they explain to me things, how they want things done, how they ask us to do things, the experience that they passed. Coach Lynn being in the league, Coach Bell being at Houston winning, GN at Alabama, just how smart they is, good teachers, you know, really patient coaches, really know how to sit down and explain ball to you, the ins and outs and things like that really stood out to me.
Are you expecting the work exclusively at nickel?
That's a Coach Riley.
What is it about the way Coach Lynn explains the defense or how he makes it so digestible as a new player coming in?
Yeah, he don't have no expectation on anyone. He don't sit here and expect you to know certain things. If you are a 5th year guy, 6th year guy, and you still don't know something, he's not going to look at you and say, "Oh, you're a 5th year, 6th year guy. You should already know this." You know, he takes full pride in literally teaching you every little detail and why you're doing it and what's the time to do it and how offensive coaches think of things like that. He takes full pride in doing that. That's what makes him so special.
What's your personal expectation this year for yourself?
Personal expectation for me is just to go be the best that I could be. Play with energy, play with my teammates, play fast, communicate, play with some grit, play hard, enforce my will on other opponents, and let them know that I'm here.
What's been your kind of receiving core
Here, nah, this is most definitely one of the best receiver fronts that I've always been against. Obviously, I was less fortunate enough to go against other great receivers, Keon, Johnny, Jakai Douglas, Desmond Hill, guys like that. And coming here, it's no drop off. And if anything, it went up. You got Zach, you got Joe, you got Kyrie, you got Deuce, you got Kyle now. He's back from UCLA. You still got good competition that you'll be going against week in and week out that can help you compete even better on Saturdays in this conference.
What is it about Zach that makes him especially difficult to man up?
Yeah, he obviously from the naked eye you can see he's fast, he's explosive, but nobody really knows how physical he is, how smart he really is. He really understands the game. He understands pre-snap what the defense may do. He understands how people try to eliminate him out of the game, and I think that's a strength for him.
Miller was talking in media day about how he's kind of learned the finer points of the position of being a receiver. Can you sense that, even as a defensive back?
Yes, I also can see Miller building great relationships with his receiver, whether that's passing on to the right time, whether that's just having a relationship, whether that's just him and 7-7 saying, giving the receiver a look like, look, this is you right here, and then the play works. And I think that goes a long way, especially in season when you're in a situation. He have not just one guy, but he has all of his guys to depend on him, and he can depend on them as well.
I mean, with Zach, what is it about? Have you been able to notice maybe the more technical aspects of being a receiver that he's kind of honed in on those? Like he's got this.
Yeah, I mean, obviously Zach knows that this is his year. He's going to have a big role, and I mean, he's just doing what he always does. Come in, he works hard, and he goes on by his day.
Good to meet you, man.
Thank you.
Ryan Karching, seeing you around.
Just want to introduce myself. I'm Gia. I'm our secondary SID, so I work with Katie a lot. Nice to meet you. The gentleman behind you is going to take your headshot. If you could just stand up there for a second.
Appreciate you. You freak out and do it. They're preaching to be versatile and very difficult. Everybody needs to whoever the So I definitely think it's exciting. Agreed.
I thought I had more. They like, That's what
These reporters always get somebody. Some schools, they gonna get somebody every year.
I think here it's like with the media trying to hit way more confidential. Like, they don't let you say it. Coach Novell, he wants you to say it. Because it just helped him out.
How you doing? Good, how are you? I don't see the big donut coming. So the other day I was watching a video, I was talking to Jonah, and I was talking to Vince, all dressed to the nines. You get your suits, well, those chunks like they all come fast. Beavers is a faster consultant. How did you become that guy?
I guess that's just a rumor. I don't know. I don't know if I'm the factor. I guess that might be a rumor, but you know, I'll kindly accept the high praise from my peers.
What are you looking for in terms of athletes when you've been here around? You've been here a while.
I just think I just want to be able to spawn whatever role that is just for the team. So it's want to be high on my organization.
With this new coaching staff, what have they kind of shown you that you know that
Yeah. That's cool. I was just shooting. I saw you up there. I knew the